Alright folks, welcome back to the Techlabs Cups 2014 coverage here on Beyond the Summit. It's a best-of-3 series between VirtusPro and Ahead. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is already game 2 of Ahead versus VirtusPro. You saw the first game yesterday. VirtusPro played an excellent game against Ahead Gaming, and we're here now with game number 2, partly because Ahead had a game against Alliance and Starlighter that needed to be played out. So it was rescheduled to today, and we're here now. I'm excited to bring you the coverage. Obviously, my name is Mont. With me tonight is What is Hip. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing very well. It's been a busy couple of days, but happy to find some time to cast some Dota.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's always nice to be busy as well. And, you know, Dota, I'm just glad to be here again, man, because like, I was away for a while, and I wasn't casting anything. I was like, man, I really wish I was watching and playing Dota. And then I came back. Yeah,
you miss it.
And then you come back and you like play a game of Dota and you're like, this is the worst thing ever. I'm feeding. This is awful. Why am I doing this? So like after that it went horribly, but at least there's casting and at least there's good games to watch. And this one was a good series yesterday. There was like a Tramp Protector picked by VirtusPro and they had an Alchemist carry as well. I'm like, what year is this right now? Where are we? So it was very strange, but a lot of fun to cast. Ahead Gaming, they played well, but, you know, they've got to win this game in order to avoid the loser's bracket here. Otherwise, you know, they'll go down, and they'll be in a best-of-1 series between, I'm not sure who, but
5 seconds remaining.
It's going to be, yeah, it would be against Relax, I believe. It would be the loser's bracket, whereas the winner would go on to face Aware. So, I mean, there's a lot at stake here, man. You get to the land finals, $20,000 in prize pool money. That's a nice bit of money there. It's a nice bit of cash.
Good chunk of change for a solid LAN tournament. You know, last time there was a bear on stage with the winning team, so I'm not sure you can ever beat that.
You can't, dude.
TI is great and all, but you don't have a bear on stage, so I'm not really sure what to say about that one.
Like, production value for TI, yeah, whatever. Like,
well, we got a bear.
Like, you got that booth with all the nice little, like, hero images and, like, the booths and stuff like that, but they don't, they don't have a bear. Come on. Like... Step your game up. Yeah, step your game up, Valve. Come on.
Oh, man.
So, the draft's underway. Oh, wow, I haven't seen this hero before for Ahead Gaming. This is the same exact draft as we saw yesterday. Okay, except for the Nyx Assassin. Alright, except for the Nyx Assassin, it was the same exact draft as we saw yesterday. No big surprise, though. Ancient Apparition real strong, and then Dazzle, the Nyx Assassin coming out for VirtusPro, and these are like 3 heroes that are making a rebound. Dazzle's like never been in pro play either, so that's a lot of fun to see him.
People love Ancient Apparition these days. I mean, it's pretty easy for him to find some space, get some levels, get that ultimate online. Then, you know, sometimes if your team is doing really well, you pick a lineup that can fight 4v5 pretty easily. He can kind of just sit in the lane, farm up an Aghanims, and then just launch ults. He's like a little mini rocket launcher.
He is.
And, it's pretty horrible to play against if he actually does manage to somehow farm up an Ags, because you feel like you just have to spend all your time sitting in the fountain hoping that no one kills you. So you have to heal for 17 seconds of like no healing. And then you actually heal up, and it's frustrating.
It's miserable, and playing against it is just awful. Like,
it's the worst.
It's just like you're in lane and you're getting ready to push, and all of a sudden an Ice Blast comes. You're like, well, there goes that push. That's not happening anymore. So, the thing is though, and we saw this a lot yesterday. Ancient Apparition will sit in lane, and he won't even come to fights. He'll just be like pushing on a wave with the brightest. And he'll just be like, all right, time to throw an Ice Blast out. Okay, cool. My job's done here. So. Interesting hero pickups. Ember Spirit comes right out afterwards for Ahead Gaming, and this is a hero that he's very popular nowadays.
Yeah, I think he's fit pretty well into the meta. I mean, he's a good fighting carry, which are pretty popular at the moment. He also has really good farm mechanics with the spirits. You can kind of split push waves with it as well. He's like a build your own tinker kind of. So a lot of versatility in this hero, and there's still a lot of variation in builds as well. Sort of, there's 2 different styles. You can max Flame Guard, which is really what started with Ember Spirit, and then Sing Sing, he goes 4-4-0, no Flame Guard, maxes out Sleight of Fist, and gets the extra damage in the lane to try to kill heroes. So it's pretty good. I mean, it kind of depends on your matchup, but I like both the builds, and I really like the versatility that this hero has, even in item builds as well.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that. His itemization is, you could go any which way. Some people like
you
Battle
do whatever
Furies.
You want.
Like, you could have like 3 Battle Furies, and people are like, yeah, it's fine. But Desolator works as well as Daedalus. There's been a whole lot of math discussion, and I'm just like, listen, I kill people. Whatever items do that, I'll get those. So, Ember Spirit, a strong pickup. There's a couple bans coming through from Ahead Gaming. That's the Invoker and Wraith King, interestingly enough. As well as for VirtusPro, they'll pick up the, of course, Bat Rider and Lich bans. And now we're into the second phase of picking here. So VirtusPro might have a tough time locking this Ember Spirit down. They don't like have something like a silence to disable him. They have Nyx Assassin who can impale, obviously, and take that Ember Spirit down as quickly as possible. Weave is going to be nice just to give them that extra armor. Slark is a real good hero, I think, in this scenario, just because Pounce gives you that leash. I'm not sure how that works with Flame Guard, or not Flame Guard, Fire Remnant, excuse me, but I think I don't know how that works, actually. It's interesting.
Not actually sure. Guess
We'll find out, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll find out. What is that? Did this just happen? Is that a Wraith King ban?
It is, yes. I don't know why.
VirtusPro, I have seen them at least one game that I've casted use the Wraith King, and it failed horribly. Like, hero doesn't actually do much. He has a stun and then a really big slow.
Wait, was he like a support or was he like a carry?
It was a support.
Okay, yeah, like...
And it was awful.
EG did that, I think, yesterday. Zai just roamed on people and just hit the Q button. It was like, LD and Merlina were talking about it, like, it's a Doom counter. That's what it is, the Doom counter. Because you're not going to waste a Doom on a Wraith King. It's just like...
That's true.
He's got one button. He's got one button that you can disable, so...
One button hero. Do him. Get him.
Get him. Yeah, it actually doesn't do anything. But they will pick up the Doom, interestingly enough. There's no Wraith King to counter the Doom, sadly, for VirtusPro right now. However, VirtusPro, they've got a couple of options here. They're going to go for the Disruptor, which is a nice pickup, especially against that Ember Spirit. That's really good. They needed a silence to lock down that Ember on top of all of the, I guess, stuns and disables they have, the Slark and the Nyx Assassin. I think Disruptor works really well in this matchup against Ember Spirit. Ahead gaming, they go for the Clockwork. So, lots of initiation. Disruptor, I think, is going to be shining here for VirtusPro.
I like VirtusPro's lineup against Ember Spirit in general, with the Slark and the Dazzle as well. They have decent physical damage options. Ember really does not have an HP pool. He is like made of paper. He's like 450 health at the beginning of the game or something like that. So if you can get some decent right-click out on him using either Slark with Essence Shift or Dazzle, he's got tons of physical damage. So that coupled with the silence, it seems like they do have the tools to sort of deal with him. But we'll see if it's enough. I mean, sometimes teams have that rather, and it's just not even close. That Ember still just kind of rolls them.
It's like unbelievable how squishy he is when you play that hero. You feel like you're like sort of a tanky hero because you want to go in and fight with your Flame Guard. You want to use all your abilities, and then you start getting hit. You're like, oh wait, hold on, no, I can't do this. That's not happening. So they'll have to be very careful, I think, of the Ember Spirit. Make sure he doesn't just get shut down. And obviously, ganking is going to be a huge thing against Ember Spirit in this game, and we'll see if he goes mid. We'll see if they want to safe lane farm him. They have the Doom, so they can lane this in a couple of ways. I'm not sure if you think... I'd imagine they send the Ember mid, clock off lane, Doom, safe lane farm, I think is what I would do. I'm not sure if you disagree.
That seems pretty reasonable to me. I mean, I really like the options they actually have with their lineup because, Doom is fine mid, Ember is fine mid, Clock is debatably fine mid, but he's going to be an offlaner no matter what. It's just kind of decisions they want to make beyond that. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, they do have the Ancient Apparition with the Ember Spirit. That's a nice little lane dynamic with Chains and Cold Feet. It's possible that they can just get some easy kills with that. Actually, did you just ask how does Chilling Touch interact with Sleight of Fist?
No, but that's
also
something.
How does that work?
I mean, I have to imagine it affects it because Ember Spirit's Sleight of Fist is physical damage, so
So I imagine that could just be absolutely disgusting.
If items affect it, then Chilling Touch.
I think it must, right?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That seems disgusting. Holy crap.
Yeah, that actually does seem really gross. I mean, we'll see if they can get a Chilling Touch gank going or something like that, but the last two picks are going to come out. VirtusPro is going to pick up the Morphling. They're very hard carry, and then Rubik's going to be the last pickup for Ahead Gaming. And in combination with the Clockwork, that could be pretty good. I mean, that's just a strong support all around. Good draft from both sides. Honestly, this is going to be a fun one, man. I think this is going to be a real good game jumping in here.
Yeah, I like both lineups. I think they both have the execution that they want to make happen here. It looks like Ahead's looking to be at least decently aggressive with the Ember, with the Clockwork, with the Ancient Apparition ult, and it looks like this is going to be a farming Doom. So this is how they've decided to lane this. I think this is pretty decent.
Oh my! Look at that Nyx Assassin set. Just look at it for a second. What is this? What the hell is this? Is this oh, this is Casper's set. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
What the?
He's purple.
He's fucking purple, dude.
He's a purple Nyx Assassin. All right. Well,
it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, we'll look at that a bit later. Let's get into some introductions real quick, guys. For the side of the Head Gaming, we have Zek heading up into the top lane on that Ancient Apparition to support the Doom. Most likely, Seema the Slayer will be on said Doom in the jungle as of right now. Looking over the mid lane is Wicked Sick on the Rubik. He'll just be standing around. I think that's the Kuroki set, if I'm not mistaken. It is. Nice.
That is a Kuroki set, yeah.
A lot of sets coming out today, so that's interesting. Aloha Dance on the Ember Spirit, going to be in that mid lane. And then off lane, No Fear Clockwork. Really good off lane player. We'll see how No Fear reacts in this lane.
And for VirtusPro, in the top lane, it's Arsart on the Nyx Assassin. Mid lane, Illidan Stormrage going to be picking up the Morphling. Down in the bottom lane, we've got God on the Slark, NS on the Disruptor, and Dazzle, Jotum, sort of battling out right now at the top rune. I think he will probably make a pit stop in the mid lane, maybe try to harass the Ember, and then maybe eventually rotate bottom. He might be pretty active this game, we'll see.
Yeah, it's tough to be a roaming Dazzle, but he could certainly accomplish it. Poison Touch is something he'll have to level up, obviously, but I feel like in terms of the mid matchup, Illidan should have a real good time against Aloha Dance. Aloha Dance did go for Flame Guard, so I mean Illidan does have decent range on that hero, and especially if he gets some damage and he has like already morphed most of his stuff into agility, he could absolutely work down Aloha Dance. Like we talked about, he's paper thin.
Yeah, this is kind of a sketchy matchup, I think, but with a little bit of help from Dazzle here, this looks like it might just be the first blood right off the bat. No, Flame Guard.
They didn't have Waveform on Illidan.
Yeah. Had to get that. You have to get more first, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, Illidan actually takes a ton of damage from creeps alone because he's got no HP. Jotum might just stay here and just they'll dual lane mid. I've seen this before. Obviously, dual lane mid not too uncommon, but could be what they need for Illidan to get a ton of farming. He's got 3 last hits already, 2 denies. So, Illidan's doing a nice job here, just getting stuff done with Jotum helping him out. In that top lane, they are tri-laning coming out from ahead here, and this is going to be, they need to have some rotations eventually. They need to smoke up, I think. They don't have one. Wicked Sick is a good rotator in terms of his telekinesis. You can combine up with Cold Feet and your Searing Chains, and you could get a kill potentially, even if it's 2 heroes mid. But they're going to focus on top right now. Nyx Assassin's here. He's already got Spike Carapace. He's already gotten Pale, so Arsart should be okay. And that bottom lane, No Fear's taking a creep wave, but for the time being, nobody going down just yet. Still a lot of farm going across the map.
Yeah, and I think this top lane for Arsart, this is like the best case scenario for Nyx Assassin. Like, the guaranteed lockdown is not really there. I mean, Cold Feet plus Telekinesis has potential to have decent lockdown, but he should be pretty safe in this lane for the most part. He has to be careful not to get harassed. But in the mid lane, it looks like they're again going on a Aloha Dance.
Waveform's going to go through the right click. That's first blood going for Illidan, just catching the tail of it, taking a lot of tower hits. He'll survive. Rotation through now coming from Wicked Sick. He's got telekinesis, but look at where Illidan's going. He's going the long way around. He's going to try to get out of here. He's going to take a tower hit. He's going to go down to the tower, give the kill to Ember Spirit there, the last hit, if you will. And he's forced to do that. He does pick up the first blood, so it is worth it nonetheless.
Yeah, I think that was worth it. And the thing about this lane is it might get a bit harder for Morphling moving forward once you get a bunch of levels. But I think with the Flame Guard build, he should be fine. If Aloha Dance was going the Sleight of Fist build, I think this lane actually gets kind of sketchy for Morphling, but for now it should be fine. And there's no way he should die here.
Yeah, he's got Strength Morph. Actually has to Waveform away, taking a lot of damage. He's going to get Shadow Waves, which will heal him back up to close to half health. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, while that was all happening, they glimpsed back the Clockwork. They grab a kill on No Fear, and that's actually a kill going to NS, which helps out a lot. So, good stuff there. Meanwhile, top, Arsart's still surviving. And in terms of, I think, getting much across the board, I think VirtusPro is winning the farming matchup, except for, obviously, the Doom getting 14 last hits right now. They might have to shut him down eventually because he does have Devour. Might even go for a Midas at some point. Mid lane, Jotum barely alive. The Shallow Grave going. He will fall. Wicked Sick taking right-click damage from Illidan right now. He already used his Waveform. It's up in 5 seconds. Will he continue to chase? It looks like he will. There's no mana left on Wicked Sick. Illidan is going to get this kill. He might not even have to Waveform. 2 right-clicks will do the job. There it is. A double kill for the Morphling. That is not how you want to start the game for Ahead Gaming.
Yeah, Rubik missalved. He, I think either he didn't see the attack from the low ground because it was on the low ground, or he was counting on the mischance. But he salved like right before he got hit by Illidan. You could actually hear it go off, and then immediately it was gone because the right click connected on him. So he might have lived if that wasn't the case, but unfortunately didn't make it out of there.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm surprised that they're going again. I mean, the Ember should, I think, not be in this lane anymore. Waveform is going to go. The right click is there. I mean, yeah, they're just tearing him apart. Illidan just keeps going. Jotum keeps throwing the Poison Touch. They need to rotate this Ember out of here. Now they're going to go on Wicked Sick again. Illidan doesn't have enough mana to use Waveform, however, so they will back off right now. Illidan getting a ton of kills. He's already at 4 to his name. Boots, Bottle are already done, and 1,000 gold in the bank. At least it was. He's flying something out to him right now. It is Ring of Basilius, just to get some mana regeneration going as well.
This is definitely not the ideal situation for a head. I mean, their Ember has absolutely nothing. He's been shut down so hard, even with the assist from the Rubik, who came over a bit late, but you know, maybe when they saw the Dazzle here, they should have just rotated over Rubik immediately. No Fear in the bottom lane, though. Might go down.
Yeah, No Fear getting Glimpse back. Nice hold of that Glimpse from NS. There's the Dark Pack going to go. It might do enough damage. It will not. It's going to be NS with the last hit from the right click there. So that's another gank on the Clockwork. They're getting kills all across the board with the exception of top. And Arsart is just farming away. He's getting last hits. He's level 6 now. Cold Feet's going to go the Ice Vortex as well. That's not going to stun him up. He had Spike Carapace just in case he needed to use it. No Fear will TP back down bottom, continuing to try to get close to level 6. But in terms of offlaners, Arsart is getting way more than this Clockwork is.
Oh, yeah. And like I was saying earlier, like, that was their lockdown right there. So, you know, this is the situation where Nyx is good. He has the high regen. He can take a little bit of harass. That's not really a problem. Then he just backs up, heals up, comes back in, and it's working out extremely well. This is why Nyx is such a popular offlaner, lanes like this.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm just glad he's used in that capacity. I think he's a strong hero. He promotes faster and more exciting play with Vendetta. Ganks are, you know, they come a plenty, essentially. So we'll see if he starts getting involved once he gets level 6. I mean, he's pretty close to it already. He's not quite there yet. Actually, he just got it. Just kidding. So Aloha Dance, he's got to be careful. They have a Sentry here in mid. They also have the Berserker Ward just in case the Nyx Assassin comes around. But I mean, like, this is very precautionary, even if he's already dying. Like if you're dying already, is this really necessary? I guess it is, because you really don't want to die to the Nyx Assassin. Well, there is an Invis rune for Illidan right now. They should see this potentially. They're going to go again, Poison Touch, Telekinesis up in the air, bring him back down to the low ground. Not going to use his waveform. They'll back away. That'll be it for the engagement as of right now. And now they're starting to do some damage to VirtusPro, but not that much.
Yeah, I think, now they're going to D-ward. Like, having the Observer right next to the Sentry like that, probably not the wisest decision. Now they just gave away 2 wards for 1. Things just, I don't know. Ahead seems like they're not too comfortable playing against this really aggressive mid lane, and it's definitely showing.
You could say VirtusPro right now is ahead.
Oh my god.
Of the Dire team. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'll be here all week.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, whatever.
Waveform, Poison Touch,
God.
the weave as well. Aloha is gonna fall. He is dead as hell. Morphling just goes to town. The weave with the minus armor. Way too much, as if he wasn't squishy already. Throw a weave on him. He's deader than dead.
Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, they just have no business in this lane anymore. Like, this Morphling is such a high level. This is just not a good idea. Oh, he missed the flip. Oh, God.
Waveform, yes! Mega kill for the Morphling player. Jotun has also been doing just so much work in this lane every single time with Poison Touch. He may fall this time. He doesn't have enough mana for Shallow Grave. He's got to use his Shadow Wave, taking a lot of damage from Flame Guard. Will he go down? Aloha wants this desperately. He finally gets it, but in the meantime, there is a kill bottom. God,
they also killed the Courier.
Oh.
Illidan killed the Courier.
Oh my god.
Oh!
No!
God!
Come on! He had time to do that. He had time for that too.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Dyer's
To put a Remnant down and then not use it. Oh well.
He'll just respawn and Remnant back in. It's fine.
Man, you know, I don't know why he thinks it's okay to go back to this lane.
I
He's still like jungle, or I don't know. He needs to do something. Maybe Doom transitions to the jungle and
Hey.
he takes up easy lane for him. I don't even know.
Listen. Seema has a Midas, so there is some hope for the late game here, albeit very slim. I mean, if you look at the graphs right now, it's already 4,000 gold lead for VirtusPro. The experience lead is even higher than that with 5,000. So, you know, there is hope. It's like a small glimmer of hope.
It's you know, like right before a light bulb goes out, it kind of crackles a little bit.
Yes.
That's where their hope's at.
Yeah, it's about to be even worse than that as Wicked Sit goes down to the mid lane once again. Poison Touch going on a law. Why do you keep coming to this lane? Rotate somebody else in. Come on.
This is brutal. Now Nyx is coming over too. He's like,
masochistic,
well, time to
dude.
join the party. Here we go.
They're
Level 8.
sadists.
You are.
God gonna look for a pounce. There it goes. Dark Pack going as well. Vendetta. Arsart wants this kill. Impale. Dive. They're diving so hard. Aloha. Fire Remnant's away. He finally will survive because he's level 6 and he uses his Fire Remnant. Okay.
You know, when this is happening at 9 minutes, bad. You know, you pretty much know the situation you're in.
Arsart.
They're gonna catch Arsart here.
Dyer's middle tower
A little bit of overextension, caught in the danger zone,
Yes.
and I mean they get the tower out of it, so I think it's fine. And this Morphling is just going to become a huge issue. Look how much gold he has.
Yeah, I see. 2,000, man.
Jesus.
Like, I might as well just go right into a shotgun at this point, so... we'll see what his first item choice is. It very well could be that shotgun. Could go for something else like a Lincoln Sphere. Against a Doom might be the best option. What did he just buy? Bought an Ultimate Orb, so yeah, it's probably going to be that Lincoln Sphere.
Lame.
As much fun as it would be to see him shotgunning people like 15 minutes in, it's not going to happen, so...
No, I think this is definitely the right choice. Just with the Doom on the other side, you pretty much have to get a Lincoln's.
Yeah.
There's also not that much else that actually triggers it, so... No, I think it's a good pickup.
Telekinesis would be nice to
Telekinesis
have.
as well as
Cold Feet, yeah. So, I mean, there's a couple things, but Doom is the biggest thing. Oh my god, Arzek, he throws up the Ice Blast, he catches two. Doesn't matter. Wicked sick, the double damage rune. Illidan will melt people. He literally just melts people.
Yeah, with a double damage, that was a 3-hit disruptor. And, oh god, Aloha Dance is going to run right into him.
Nope, he's got Fire Remnant, though. He can just Fire Remnant away, and he
Can
probably
he,
has
though?
to. Waveform! Yes! Monster kill for Illidan Storm Rage. He is 9-1-1 at 10. They call GG. That's it. They are done. They don't even want to get this Doom involved. He called. They're not leaving, though. No fear, it's some trouble. Static Storm goes. Okay, the well is dead. That was a 10-minute game. VirtusPro dominating Illidan Storm Rage. Just some of the best play I've seen on a Morphling in the mid lane with the dual mid. They force ahead to GG at 10:56. Greg, wow.
Oh my god, that is that was ugly. That was just unpleasant. I don't even know what else to say about that. Dual lane. When you don't know how to play against a dual lane middle, I guess that you just get crushed.
Well, that's going to be it. We're going to actually take a quick break here, guys. The next series, I believe, is going to start at 19 CET, and we'll jump into that game. I believe it's going to be Aware versus VirtusPro, but I might be wrong about that. Let me check. No, it's actually Insane versus NextKZ starting at 19 CET, so we'll be back with that later on this afternoon. As of right now, we're done with this series. VirtusPro will take it 2-0. We'll take a quick break, guys. If you enjoyed the casting, make sure you follow us, twitter.com/BeyondTheSummit. My name is Mont. You can follow me at twitter.com/Mont32. You can follow Greg at twitter.com/WhatIsHipTV. Greg, any shout-outs before we head out to a break?
Shout-outs to people that watch. And shout-outs to that guy, Heaven. What an idiot.
We'll see you guys in a little while. See you later.